While getting into debt is one mistake, the second mistake families and individuals make is spending as they go, according to primary consultant for the Financial Coaching Center Limited and certified financial planner Nicholas Dean.
They don't sit down and say, okay, this is my grocery bill. My grocery bill is $1,200 or $1,500, whatever the number is. And this is what we are going to do to stay within that figure. Most times they exceed it and they pull money from places that they should not be pulling money to live on a day-to-day basis. So that's another area that I think that families have struggled with.
Without financial literacy, poor decisions will be made. No matter the figure, he says, any salary can be budgeted.
I always tell you, I had these two clients once, and they were both the same age, two women back in the day. They were around 40 years old, and one of them, her salary was $3,500 a month, and the other one, her salary was $30,000 a month. And it's so interesting that the one whose salary was $3,000 a month, she actually, and this was crazy, when I looked at her portfolio, she had about $700,000 worth of different investments because she's been saving from when she was a child.
In the other scenario, the client making $30,000 was only able to save $600,000 after working in the banking sector for 15 years. If you're trying to change your financial situation, Mr. Dean shares some tips.
Increase your paycheck, earn more, spend less, and save and invest wisely. And so earn more really means that you should really try to continue to find new ways to increase your income. And of course, if you're at that maximum level, then there's not much more that you can do with the time that you have at your disposal.
In that regard, he's encouraging families to spend less or spend wisely.
And in so doing, you really have to find ways to do things with spending less money. Do the same thing. A lot of people don't realize that they are buying food, prepared meals for lunch. I mean, that's what I had to do when I dug myself out of debt. I had to start cooking. I had to start doing a meal plan. I had to start shopping a little more wisely, moving from the grocery and going into the greengrocer.
Having the right types of insurance plans to suit your family's needs is also important.
A lot of times agents go out there and they try to sell people what works best for the agent and not necessarily for the person that they're selling the product to, because it's commission driven. And the cheap stuff don't pay high commissions. So that's another thing that they can do to safeguard themselves. So you want to kind of start talking to somebody who's an independent where they don't have that kind of bias.
Mr. Dean says saving towards financial goals can be done in phases.
Every goal that you have can be broken down to a daily basis, and then you can manage yourself in terms of, it's smaller to hit. A smaller target is always easier to hit than a bigger target. And then over time, you'd find yourself kind of okay, surprising yourself, and then it motivates you to do more.
Having specific financial goals means that a family is committing to what they want out of life by planning to save and spend money for those things. I'm Mahalia Joseph Wharton, keeping tabs on your inner circle.